You arrive near a damaged and dilapidated space station. It appears to be abandoned, but you detect faint light signatures on board. So both these choices are risky. We could board the station and look for survivors, or scrap some of the debris. Let's look for survivors. All around you is the stench of death and decay. Suddenly one of your crew bends over and starts retching violently. Some sort of disease must have wiped out the station. You pull back to the ship, but it looks like your crew member is not going to make it. We get 9 scrap. Your crew member insists you leave them behind, not wanting you to endanger the rest of the crew. Knowing the truth of this, you hurry back to the ship. Mikhail is gone. Well, there goes our pilot. Granted, he didn't have a lot of experience, so losing him is not a big problem. Yeah, so checking this is going to be 1, 2... We maybe have 3 jumps before the rebels reach the exit. I'm not going to be able to get to that quest marker, so I'm going to be essentially stealing the drone parts. Oh well. And your jump leads you to nothing but empty space. This jump beacon serves no purpose other than as a connection. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay, there's a distress beacon there, but again, I need to be in this area to get to the exit beacon, so I'm going to ignore that distress beacon for now. A small platform orbits near this beacon. It looks like a fueling station of some sort, and it is cheerily broadcasting reasonable prices in a spectrum of frequencies and languages. We could dock with the refueling platform or ignore it. This could be a trap, but let's try docking. You dock and signal the fuel station staff to begin refueling. We could wait for them to finish, but we have blast doors, so we can seal the blast doors. One can never be too careful when docked. Pirates hidden on the station are confounded by your security logs, turning an attempted ambush into a fish-in-a-barrel firefight. You take control of the station and take its fuel reserves. Great, we got 5 fuel from that with no risk. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to have to jump to the exit, otherwise it's going to be overtaken in 2 turns. You've arrived at the long-range beacon, and the FTL's drive is charged. You can jump to the next sector. You come across a pirate in a hot pursuit of an unidentified ship. You quickly receive a transmission from the pirate. Say, oh, this fight will make it worth your while. You could accept their bribe of 3 fuel, 1 drone, and 9 scrap, or we can attack the pirate. Let's fight them. The pirate ship stops its pursuit and locks weapons onto your ship. So they have a missile and a heavy laser. Well, there go our sensors. Okay, but now we're goodish. And maybe I can hopefully save some weapons. Fine, our previous offer was not generous enough, let's improve it. We could accept this more generous bribe and leave. That would give us a bunch of missiles. I hate doing this, but I'm going to go ahead and take those missiles. Okay, but first I want to repair our sensors. Because I would at least like to know what's going on in my own ship. Okay, return to... Oh. Okay, I had not updated the stations. So, there we go. Station saved. And yeah, this is about to be overtaken by the Rebel fleet, so let's just jump to the next sector. So we could head into an uncharted nebula, or we could head to a Mantis-controlled sector, which I'm going to go... yeah, this is a hostile area, so there'll be more hostile encounters. So I'm going to head this way. You've entered a poorly charted area of space that's known to be home to the Mantis. Ensure your whole plane is up to scratch and that you have enough fuel in the tank to make it through. Can I upgrade doors further? Not yet. But I could also upgrade... Well, I don't know if I want to upgrade anything else yet. Okay, so we have a distress beacon here and a store over here. Let's check the distress beacon. It may be a trap, but let's see. You find the source of the distress call, a small research station. It appears that a small laboratory fire got out of control and is threatening to destroy the station. The fire suppression system is not responding. So the options we have available are send your crew in a shuttle to help put out the fire, dock and try to rescue survivors, or leave. If we send our crew in, we risk losing someone, so I'm going to try and rescue survivors. You locate the highest concentration of life forms and bring the ship alongside the station. Before you can begin to offload the survivors, a huge blast splits the station apart. Your ship is thrown away and some debris pierces your hull. You watch helplessly as the last of the survivors are consumed in the collapse of the station. We gained 13 scrap but took 4 damage to the hull. Oh, yeah, something that we didn't see last time. Your hull is essentially your health. If it runs out, your ship is destroyed. So you need to keep that repaired. Okay, let's head to the store. Merchants are not highly respected among the Mantis race, so few undertake the profession. You're mildly surprised to receive an advertisement from a nearby space dog. You decide to see what they have to offer. So, stores are very, very helpful. First, you can buy supplies in the form of FTL fuel, missiles, and drone parts. Second, you can repair damage to your ship. Third, you also have a chance of buying additional things. So you could, for instance, augmentations. This automated reloader will cooldown between weapon shots will be improved by 10%. Or we could possibly get a weapon pre-igniter if we had 120 scrap, which would make weapons immediately available after an FTL jump. Also, we have some additional... We could buy some weapons here. We could get a breach missile, which does a lot of damage to hull armor, but requires a lot of power and has a high charge time and uses a missile. We could get a heavy laser Mark II, which requires a lot of power and has an alright charge time. Or we could get a hull laser 1, which is a laser weapon designed to maximize hull damage. It has an okay charge time and does a fair amount of charges, but... So we can also sell any weapons, augmentations, or cargo we have, or drones. So I could sell this hull beam and then pick up another weapon, but then again, the beam was kind of useful, at least a little bit. But I definitely would like to repair some of the damage done. Huh. Okay, maybe I'll pick up the reloader, since I have some scraps to spare. So this will help a little. Okay, so let's head this way. Because now the rebel fleet is entering this sector. Something red looms. It's the Mantis. Okay, so this Mantis ship has a teleporter, which means they're going to attempt to board us. And one of the Mantis just went into our pilot station, so they're doing a lot of damage to our pilot. But this other crew member is not engaged in hand-to-hand, so they can start shooting the Mantis, which does more damage than hand-to-hand combat. Okay, let's send our pilot to med bay and get them healed up. And target shields again. And we should be able to take them down, hopefully. Yep, there they go. Okay, well, ship explodes. We get 1 fuel, 1 drone, and 23 scrap. I'm going to put Teldarin into the med bay so I can heal them. Okay, return to stations. And drain power from the med bay, reallocate to the engines. Let's jump. Okay, I'm going to head up here to try and get as many of these beacons in the upper right as I can. You receive a transmission. Sorry, sir, this is nothing personal, but we're under orders. The rebel ship's weapons go hot. Okay, so they have a drone system on their ship, which means they have something. Well, they don't have any drones circling them, so it doesn't seem to be a defense system. Oh, they only have a level 1 beam weapon? Or a level 1 laser. So let's try shooting their shields. I can save missiles on this. Okay, I think what they have is a repair drone, because they repaired that shield pretty quickly. Yeah. The enemy ship is powering up FTL. It's trying to escape. Alright, I'll use 1 missile on this. That took out their engines, so FTL is delayed. There we go. We got 3 fuel, 1 missile, and 20 scrap. Okay, there's another store here, but I'm going to go up this way. A rebel autonomous scout is exploring this beacon. You attempt to hide behind a nearby moon, but the ship finds you and begins to assault. And it's powering up its FTL drive, which is a problem because it has a cloaking system. We can't attack a ship while it's cloaked. So I'm going to have to... And plus they were able to charge their weapons while the cloak was engaged. So I'm going to use one missile to target their piloting section and completely miss. Okay, but we managed to take out their piloting. So... And now their cloak is back up. The problem with Arrow Scouts is that they can self-repair. So even damaging their systems isn't a guarantee of defeating them, because this piloting station will eventually repair itself. There we go. The ship breaks apart and you feel relief in the knowledge that you'll still hopefully be one step ahead of the fleet. Yeah, so if it managed to get away, it would have alerted the fleet to our presence, and the fleet would have a much larger area of advance on the next jump. So let's see. I could put some more power into weapon systems, but I should probably hold on to scrap to maybe try and get to that store. It looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 jumps before they get to the exit. So if I go around this way, maybe I can get a whole bunch of beacons. A manned ship engaging a civilian hails you. Sparks fly about his cockpit as he yells, "Stay out of this, human, else you are next." Well, let's go ahead and aid the civilian ship. You frown, power up the weapons, and prepare to engage the manned ship. Not today. Okay, they've got a burst laser and a heavy laser, and they're boarding. Okay, we're not going to do that, so we're just going to vent atmosphere to the engine room. Now, see, they're attacking this door because they're suffocating due to all the oxygen being out of there. And now they're attacking the oxygen system, but venting worked. Okay, they repaired that shield fast. They probably have an NG on board. Whoops. But that did it. The manned ship breaks apart. We got a missile, a drone, and 22 scrap. Let's attempt to contact the civilian ship. Apparently the ship that was being assaulted was a science vessel. They thank you for saving them and offer a small reward. A missile, a drone, and 23 scrap. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the shield further. So I have to put 2 upgrades into this in order to get to be able to get 2 shield barriers. And then I need some more power. Now that we have 10 power, it costs 25 scrap to upgrade the reactor. But we now have a level 2 shield. That'll be helpful in combat. It means we'll be able to absorb 2 hits. The Mantis hail you. The captain says, "I claim this vessel for my clan. Good hunting." Okay. And they're boarding us, but they've beamed in there so we can just start venting. Yep. So that helped because... And there goes that and the vessel. We got 3 fuel, 1 drone, and 26 scrap. Okay, let's jump to here. Then as female comes up in the vid screen, the females don't make it to authority unless they're particularly vicious. You power the weapons. And they're boarding us again, so let's vent there. Okay, let's fire a missile, and that finished them off. 1 missile, 1 drone, 26 scrap. But we can go ahead and execute a jump. I'll go here. Several scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. We could explore the asteroid field, but this could be risky. A brief exploration yields nothing of interest. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We may be able to execute 3 jumps, so I think we can go here, here, and then here. You overhear Mantis comm chatter. Agreed. Next ship is your turn. Good hunting. They don't see you yet. Well, we can either attack the ship or attempt to remain concealed. Let's go for the attack. They have a missile. Oh, whoops. Okay, let's vent atmosphere to the sensors. Okay, let's vent atmosphere there. Okay. And that's that ship dealt with. 3 fuel, 2 missiles, 23 scrap. Okay, we can get to the store, and it looks like we'll have just enough time to get to the exit beacon before the fleet advances. A struggling Mantis cargo ship headed for the node raises what's left of shields as you jump in. You power up your weapons as a show of force, and they reluctantly agree to offload some of their cargo to you for a price. Okay, so this one's selling augmentations and crew, as well as repair and fuel and stuff. Oh, and they also have a second page. They have some weapons, but I think we need the crew. So we could get a human, we could get a Mantis, or we could get an NG. So NG, their repair speed is doubled, but common damage inflicted is halved. So these guys are great for manning stations, but you don't really want them fighting if you can avoid it. So let's get him. Could get an FTL jammer, but maybe I should just repair some damage instead, or maybe stock up on fuel. Huh. It's always tricky. I'll do a little repairs, I think. Let's put Lang on engines. Okay, then save positions and jump. Oh, just by the skin of my teeth here. You arrive near a damaged and dilapidated space station. It appears to be abandoned, but you detect faint life signatures on board. Well, last time it got us killed, so let's scrap some of the debris. While waiting for the FTL to drive, you skirt around the edge of the station, collect some scrap, gain 31 scrap. Okay, on to the next sector, and they're both rebel controlled, so I'll head to this lower one, which gives me the choice of going to these 2 sectors. At one point, this is one of the most commonly traveled sectors. Knowing that the rebels have stationed a number of fleets here, be careful. Okay. What if... So what if I upgrade weapon systems and reactor? Okay, so now I could power the burst laser and hull beam simultaneously, or just leave it up for the moment. Leave it as is for the moment. Let's head here. A rebel ship hails you. Federation scum, we've waited a long time for this. Oh wow, they have a bunch of weapons. Okay, let's vent Atmo. Okay, we need weapons online. Okay, fortunately that bomb didn't do damage to our hull. They offer you some of their cargo if you let them live. Okay, I'll accept their offer. I'll get some 3 fuel for 4 missiles and 14 scrap for that. And then I want to power the med bay to heal our crew. Oh, I didn't need the NG healed, but Okay, turn stations. Let's jump. You detect a rebel automated ship nearby. It does not engage and seems to be patrolling around a long-range sensor station. This is a bit of a problem. It has 2 shields on it, but we do have a missile, so let's go ahead and attack. Okay, that bomb may be a problem. I don't think the heavy laser will be much of a problem, but let's see. Okay, it hit our engines. Huh. Okay, but it missed that time. Maybe we can take it out? Yes. You access the recent scans from the unguarded station. Your map has been updated with details of the surrounding area. Good. That'll give us full info on all the... I think that'll give us info about all the beacons in this sector. But first I want to heal my NG crew. Okay, and then remove power, return to stations. And let's jump. Okay, so there's a distress beacon here. All these exclamation marks in triangles indicate a ship is in those at those beacons. This orange circle indicates a hazard. In this case, there's an asteroid field here. While in an asteroid field, you'll be bombarded by asteroids, which will sometimes hit your shields. Of course, they also have a chance to miss, like, normal weapon shots. So let's head to this distress beacon. Yeah, it's a small research station that's on fire. Let's dock and try and rescue survivors. You pull up alongside the station and cut through their hull. You're able to rescue a few survivors, but many more are lost. One of the survivors offers to join your crew, and you offload the rest on the nearby station. We gained 18 scrap and Jones. So, Jones is a rockman. Can we see more about that? So, rockmen have a lot more health. They are completely impervious to fire, but they also are very slow. Oh, yeah, we can see crew here. Yeah, so you can see this. Dr. Jones is a rockman. The rockmen of Rachos 4 are rarely seen and are known for their fortitude. Immune to fire, movement speed is half, max health is increased to 150. It's unclear if the NG are partly organic or entirely mechanical, but it's well known they make exceptional engineers. Okay. Also, you could technically rename your crew if you wanted, but... Okay, so let's jump to here. There's a ship. There's a possible ship there. You're hailed by a rebel ship. When the rebellion is complete, you'll see the safer world we provide. Well, you won't, but you get the point. They arm weapons. Okay, so they've got a couple of drones active. This is a defense drone, which can shoot down missiles. This is an attack drone. It'll periodically hit us with laser shots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take their shields out with laser fire, and then try to cut them apart with hull beam. Well, there goes our piloting. Oh. Let's see. How can I get the most... let's... What if I did... Yeah, that should work. And they're powering FTL. Okay, so that missile breached our hull here. You can see this crack means that oxygen is clearly escaping. Okay. But we have enough. You've clearly bested us. We merely request our lives. Okay, let's take their surrender. Then, I'm going to send my NG in there to repair the hull. I'm going to send... Oh. Well, there they go. Huh. I guess they suffered too much damage. Oh. Let's fix stations there. Could power up weapons more. Maybe I will. Okay, and then if I draw power from the engines, I can have the hull beam, the missile, and the burst laser all active at the same time. Hello everyone, Maleficious here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and maybe leave a comment down below. If you want to see more from this channel, make sure to click that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.